Meron po akong gustong iparinig sa inyo. Alam ba ninyo sa kasaysayan ng Senado, isa po si Senador MIGZ Zubiri ang gumawa ng resignation o pag-alis sa Senado. Kasi alam niyo, ang mga elected official, especially sa Senado, Kongreso, lalo na sa Senado, napakahirap magtanggal o tanggalin ng isang elected official o senador. Pero kung meron pong issue ng delikadesa at saka po ang pagsalba sa pagkasira o nasisira ng pamilya o pangalan, yan po ay pwedeng gawin para mag-resign ang isang senador kung pinagdududahan at sa mga ginagawa at dapat maisalba ang kanyang sarili. At nangyari po ito noong August 2011, more or less 12 years na. 12 years ago, may nangyari na pong ganyang pagre-resign at ito ay gusto kong iparinig sa inyo. At ito ay issue pa rin ho tungkol dun sa kay Senador Robin Padilla na alam naman nating napaka-controversial, napaka-confidential ng kanyang mga pinagsasabi tungkol dyan sa issue ng West Philippines Sea. Narito ho ang ngayon ay Senate President pero 12 years ago, bagong senador pero nag-resign. At bakit? Ito yun.
Integrity and dignity. And I address this speech to reach our people to whom I owe my present position. Nais kong marating ang lahat ng ating mga kababayan sa sandaling ito sapagkat sa kanila nagmula o nanggaling ang katungkulan ko bilang isang senador ng ating bansa. In the May 2007 elections, I was elected and duly proclaimed as Senator of the Republic of the Philippines with more than 11 million votes. My proclamation was affirmed by the Supreme Court without prejudice to filing any case with the Senate Electoral Tribunal. This chamber and our people may take judicial notice that my proclamation was assailed through the filing of an election protest before the Senate Electoral Tribunal, alleging fraud and irregularities in some areas covered by the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao. It was his right to do so, just as the law and the rules of elections gave me all the rights to file a counter-protest in areas where I also believe I was a victim of similar circumstances, which affected the actual number of votes I obtained in the said elections. Since the said election was conducted manually, and as experience will tell us, the manual count and reappreciation of the millions of manually prepared ballots from the various protested and counter-protested areas would take a long process and time to be resolved. And that is the reason why, since 2007 up to the present, the revision and the recounting of the manually prepared ballots are still proceeding at the Senate Electoral Tribunal. While this team protestant claimed that he had recovered substantial number of votes from the areas he protested, the records of the Senate Electoral Tribunal will also reveal that an equally substantial number of votes were recovered in my favor in areas which I counter-protested. And as a result, the Senate Electoral Tribunal, in its July and August 2010 resolutions, directed the completion of the 100% revision of all the ballots from the precincts I contested. While my counter-protest is still pending before the Senate Electoral Tribunal, and the revision and recounting of the ballots are going on smoothly to find out the truth on the party's allegations. A number of highly suspect personalities suddenly cropped up, claiming that they were alleged witnesses to the alleged fraud and irregularities in the 2007 elections. Armed merely with their vocal cords and without any supporting documents to prove their allegations, these alleged witnesses are now shouting out loud, as if with full orchestration, that my election was marred with irregularities. My rival took advantage of this political situation. He and his supporters are now asking for my resignation as a duly elected Senator of the Republic, despite the pendency of his election protest at the Senate Electoral Tribunal. My political detractors, Mr. President, began calling me ugly names and dragging the name of my family in entirety. In other words, Mr. President, the trial by publicity has begun. The trial at the Senate Electoral Tribunal, where this issue could have been properly ventilated and resolved, has been practically set aside. Sa harap ng Diyos at sa harap ng tao, ay nais kong pagtibayin na hindi ako nandaya at wala akong kinausap upang mandaya para sa akin sa halalan. Lahat ng akusasyon laban sa akin ay pawang walang katotohanan. Let me repeat, Mr. President, I did not cheat. I did not ask anyone to cheat for me. And my family and I will never.
Ayun. So yun po yung speech po ni Senador Juan Ponce Enrile ng panahon yan. Okay. Kaya ko po pinarinig sa inyo dahil po ang dami nagsasabi sa mga comments, reaksyon sa media at social media na nagsisisi at ang sabi nga nila ay dapat mag-resign si Senador Robin Padilla dahil muna sa kanyang mga sinabi na pro-China ang dating at hindi sumusunod sa policy ng ating gobyerno samantalang siya ay Senador-elect. Nung siya ay mag-speech kasama ang kanyang pamilya sa gallery ng Senado, nag-resign siya dahil nga kung nasisira daw ang kanyang pangalan at ang kanyang pamilya dahil sa mga akusasyon sa kanya ng taong bayan. So pinangalagaan niya ang kanyang pangalan, ang kanyang pamilya, ang kanyang sarili. Nag-resign sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon. Yun po yung record na ang sabi ko nga, kaya-kayang gawin ni Senador Padilla yung gano'n. Ganito, mas matindi po itong issue ng kay Robin Padilla kaysa sa kay Zubiri. Ang kay Zubiri, pagdududa lang na na-involve siya sa dayaan sa eleksyon na ang kalaban nun ay Pimentel noong 2007. Kaya after 4 years, nag-resign siya. Meron pa siyang 4 na taon na term dahil 8 taon ang senador. Nag-resign siya. Nagulat ang mga senador nun. Talagang nagkaroon ng 100% quorum doon sa Senado. Pumasok lahat talaga sila dahil alam nila mag-i-speech at magre-resign si Senador Zubiri dahil sa issue. Ganong katindi po yung paninindigan ng mama. At hanggang ngayon, dala-dala yan. Kaya nga nung si Senador Padilla ay nagsalita at kinokontra yung presensya ng Amerika sa West Philippine Sea doon sa public hearing sa Senado, dumating si Zubiri doon at pinanindigan niya. Mali yung sinabi ni Padilla at siya naniniwala, karapatan ng Amerika, karapatan ng Pilipino, ipaglaban ang West Philippine Sea dahil nasa sa batas. So ganun po yung prinsipyo ng mama. So pinarinig ko sa inyo yan para kayong magkaroon ng idea. Tulad ng sinabi ko, malakas din ang panawagan na mag-resign si Padilla dahil nga sa kanyang sinasabi nila ay mali dahil sa senador pero parang kakampi ng bubuli, water cannon, laser, di ba? Halos mabulag yung Philippine Coast Guard natin. Laser, water cannon, harassment sa mga mangingisda, harassment sa Coast Guard, pagkuha ng mga coral, likas na yaman, yan po eh. Pero siya ay pabor pa rin. So, yun ho yung issue kaya ko na iparinig. Nasa inyo po yan. Kaya nga ang tanong, ulitin ko, kaya Senador Padilla yung ginawa ni Senador Zubiri sa issue lang ng political, sa eleksyon, dahil nasisira yung kailang pangalan, pinangalagaan niya yung pangalan, nag-resign o tahimik. Kaya yan ng Senador Padilla na napaka-controversial ngayon.